Friends, the year is almost gone. Another 12 months slipping through your hands like grains of sand, leaving behind only echoes of moments you didn't act on, dreams you tucked away, and chances that faded while you waited. The clock doesn't pause. The calendar doesn't wait. The world moves whether you do or not. Steve Jobs once said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." Hear that? Your time is now. The visions in your mind, the sparks in your heart, the dreams buried quietly in your soul, they're still waiting for you. Denzel Washington reminds us, fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. That failure, that hesitation, that regret, it's fuel. It's the fire that will forge the version of you you were too afraid to become. And the clock is moving. It won't wait. But here's the truth, there is still a moment, one chance, one heartbeat to rise, to take the scattered pieces of this year and use them to build your foundation for the next victory. To say, I am not done. I will not let fear decide my story. Before 2026 comes, I will start again. Look around you. Everyone is talking, moving, pretending they know where they're going. But deep down, most are lost. Most are afraid. Most are waiting for life to change without lifting a finger. But life doesn't give you what you want. Life gives you what you fight for, what you bleed for, what you refuse to quit on. Before 2026 arrives, something in you must die, and something new must be born. Maybe you spent too long holding on to memories that hurt more than they helped. Maybe you're still trying to prove something to people who no longer matter. Maybe you're chasing someone you were, someone you can't be anymore. Whatever it is, let it go. The next year won't care about your excuses. It won't care about your fears or your regrets. 2026 will belong to the ones who move forward, even when they're terrified. Get up, lock in, start again. Your life is waiting. There comes a moment when the mirror becomes your enemy, when you can't run from yourself anymore, when the truth burns under your skin. Nights you lie awake, questioning who you've become. Days when your body moves, but your soul stays stuck. You tried to drown the pain with noise, distractions, people who never deserved your time. But pain doesn't vanish. It hides, waiting for silence to reveal itself again. That pain is not your enemy. It's your signal, your wake-up call. Real change is violent. It tears habits apart, shreds comfort, forces you to meet the parts of yourself you've been hiding from. That's the price of evolution. You can't step into a new life without burying the old one. Before 2026 comes, you must decide, do you want your future or do you want your comfort? You can't have both. The version of you that hides because hiding feels safe, that version has to die. I know what it feels like to break, to wake up and feel nothing, to walk through your days like a ghost, to lose pieces of yourself so quietly that nobody notices. But here's what I've learned, that you can rebuild. It doesn't matter how far you've fallen, who left, who lied, what you've lost. Only one thing matters. Are you willing to fight for the person you could become? Because the greatest version of you isn't born from applause. It's born from struggle, from nights when you want to quit and you don't. That is where strength lives. There will come a moment when everything shatters. The plan crumbles. Support disappears. You look around and realize no one is coming. In that moment, you have two choices: surrender or rebuild. This is where you choose. Before 2026 comes, you must learn to stand alone, not because people don't care, but because your destiny belongs to you. No one will walk your path for you. No one will believe in your dream more than you. No one will save you, because you were built to save yourself. So get up. Stand tall even when your voice shakes. Speak even when you're scared. Move even when you don't know where you're going. The universe doesn't open doors for the ones who wait. It opens doors for the ones who knock. Again and again and again. You cannot live on the edge of your potential. You cannot shrink to make others comfortable. You cannot let fear write your story. You were not born to be average. You were born to disrupt, to challenge, to evolve. So why are you still hiding? Why are you still negotiating with your dreams? Before 2026 comes, Your priorities must change. Peace over chaos, purpose over pleasure, discipline over talent, growth over comfort. Success isn't about being the best. It's about becoming better every single day. There will be days you feel like you're losing. Days life hits harder than expected. Days when progress seems invisible and hope feels distant. Those days aren't punishment. They're preparation. They're sharpening you, strengthening you, shaping you for the future you've been praying for. Anything worth having requires a version of you haven't become yet. Lock in. Train your mind to think like a winner. Destroy every belief that whispers, you can't. The battlefield is inside your head. Most people lose there before they ever lose outside. Their thoughts become their prison, their doubts their warden, their fears their future. Don't let that be you. Reprogram your mind. Speak differently. Act differently. Show up differently. If your thoughts are small, your life will be small. If your vision is weak, your direction will be weak. Whatever you repeat, you become. So what are you repeating? Your story isn't finished. You are not done. The pages ahead are blank. You still have time to rewrite everything. But you must begin now, not tomorrow, not someday now. Let me tell you a story. Last winter, I walked alone in the rain, soaked, teeth chattering, feeling like I'd wasted too much of my life. Maybe I'd never get another chance. And then I looked up, rain blurring the city lights, and I realized the world doesn't stop for anyone, but it gives second chances if you step into them. That night, I promised myself, I'll start again, and that promise is alive in me today. It's alive in you too. Denzel Washington said, fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. Each misstep, each mistake, each loss this year isn't failure, it's a lesson. You fell, yes. You stumbled, yes. But falling forward is moving. Falling forward is progress. Falling forward is still winning. Another story. A friend lost his business, his home, his comfort. He came to me broken, ashamed, hopeless. And I said, it's not over. You've just been given a blank page. Now write your comeback. Months later, he rebuilt stronger, smarter, more focused. He didn't wait for luck. He started again. That fire, I want it burning inside you before 2026. Peter Dinklage faced a world that told him, you're not enough. Every audition, every rejection, every sneer said, you can't. But he refused. He built his life, craft, identity on his terms. Before 2026 comes, be your own Dinklage. Carve your path, define your worth, ignore the noise. Refuse to shrink for anyone. Before 2026 comes, rise like a phoenix from your ashes. Steve Jobs said, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. Trust that everything, every hurt, every disappointment, every sleepless night is a dot. Keep moving. Keep creating. Eventually, all the dots form a life you never thought possible. I remember another night, staring in the mirror, trembling from doubt, regret heavy on my chest. And I whispered, maybe it's too late. Then I remembered Martin Luther King Jr.'s words, take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. And I did. That night I started again. That night I realized that step, small and scared, is enough to begin rewriting your life. Another night, sitting at my desk at 2 a.m., heart heavy with past mistakes, thinking no one would believe in me again. And yet I wrote, I planned, I dreamed. I mapped the next year, imagining 2026 version of myself. Action overcomes fear. Before 2026 comes, you must act. You must write your dreams. Step into them. Fight for them. Become more than you were yesterday. Before 2026 comes, look in the mirror and say, I start again. I start today. I forgive myself. I forgive others. I release what cannot follow me. I choose what will follow me. I choose my dreams. I choose to fight for them. I choose to see obstacles as gateways. I choose to become unstoppable. There will be storms. Nights your body says no, mind whispers quit. The storm does not last forever. The night always ends. The sun rises. And so must you. There is a mountain inside every heart. Some climb to be seen. Some climb to escape. But the bravest climb because they've been broken and refuse to stay where pain left them. Before 2026 comes, your fire must burn. Your resolve must harden. Your vision must sharpen. Your actions must echo louder than your doubts. Your dreams must taste sweeter than your fears. One life to rebuild. One life to ignite. One life to become the story that makes your past self proud. Before 2026 comes, get up, lock in, start again, start today. Don't wait for someone else to light the way. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait for fear to vanish. Begin in the chaos. Begin in the mess. Begin in the fire. Because life doesn't wait. Dreams don't wait. You don't wait. The clock will strike midnight. 2026 will arrive with or without your transformation. And when it does, you want to wake proud, not wishing you'd done more when you still had the chance. Before 2026 comes, rise, fight, build, love, create, transform. Become the version of yourself you were always meant to be. And when the world says impossible, whisper, I already began. Listen closely. This is your moment. Right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when the stars align. Right now. The universe doesn't hand out second chances. It hands out opportunities to those who step up. As William Faulkner wrote, you cannot swim for new horizons until you have courage to lose sight of the shore. Stop clinging to safety. Stop waiting for perfect timing. Stop letting fear whisper that you're not ready. J.K. Rowling reminds us, it is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all. Every second you hesitate, your dreams are slipping away. Every choice you delay is a chance stolen from the person you were born to become. So I say to you, act, move, leap, push, build. The fire that will carry you through 2026 starts in this exact moment. Peter Dinklage once said, be yourself. Don't take anything from anyone. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your dreams, your goals, your vision. Because the world doesn't wait for the timid. It bows only to the relentless. And as Goethe said, whatever you can do or dream, you can begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now. Begin it fiercely. Begin it like your life depends on it. Because it does. As we come to the end of this moment together, I want to thank you for listening with an open heart. I truly hope something you heard today stays with you, guides you, and gives you strength. Remember, your journey is still unfolding step by step, day by day. Take care of yourself, be gentle with your heart, and keep moving forward with faith. Until we meet again, stay safe, stay grounded, and never stop becoming who you were meant to be. Goodbye and take care. And finally, remember this: the only limits that exist are the ones you accept. Step forward. Start again. Your future is waiting, and it begins today. Note this.